All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hump day. Good to see you. So, just so everybody knows where I'm at today. So, I was the kid that would get brought to the principal's office occasionally when I was in school because I would just have you ever woke up and you've kind of had that mischievous vibe about you? Like you just want to aggravate somebody? And that usually landed me in the principal's office for the day. But that's kind of me today. I've kind of got this little bit of I want to aggravate people day. So I'll try not to
I'm
do it
having a
here.
I don't want to be aggravated day, so just
Okay, I'm
make
not.
sure
I will not bother you today, Andrea.
you're
Okay, so the word for today, and the reason I chose this word is because I said earlier this week we're changing seasons, right? Arlene talked about it's about to snow in Utah. Um, Melissa has given us updates on California weather. It's getting fall here where we're at in southern in the southern part of the United States. And so I see a lot of change. You know, people are starting to adjust. And we're in the people business. Like I'm in the people business. So I watch the change of times and how people have to adjust to the change. And so I came across the word prepare. I'm like, this is a good time to talk about prepare. You know, if you look at the definition of prepare, hi, Selena, it's make ready for use, consideration. You're giving thought to something, you're getting ready to do something, you're preparing. And when I was a coach, John Wooden, how many of you know John Wooden or have heard of John Wooden? He's a great Hall of Fame coach. But he said, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And I thought I used to do this when I was a coach because, and I hope just really dig in and listen to me right here because this maybe will help you. I know it helps me when I think about it. But what would happen in the course of a football season? You don't have to know football, but what would happen is things would get mundane. Things would get just kind of like hum, haw, go to work, come home, go to work, come home. Like, and you would get bored with the season because it was so much preparation all week long leading up to one game at the end of the week. And I would have to go to this quote of John Wooden and say, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And today I'm in network marketing. I know a lot of you do different things that join into the coach's corner, but it's my profession. And if someone were to ask me why most people fail at our industry or at this profession, it's they fail to prepare. They get caught up in the change of the seasons. They get caught up in the flow of the business and they look up and they just stop doing what they were doing when they were succeeding. You know, Jim Rohn said it a long time ago, an apple a day will make you healthy. Why don't we do it? I don't know. Don't take that course. We don't know that reason. I can tell you this, when I do push-ups every day, I get more tone. So why do I take off 6 months? I don't know. It's failing to prepare. Like because things get boring in life, things get mundane, things get so my question to you is what's going on right now in your preparation? Are you staying consistent? Maybe it's your profession, maybe it's your health. Like, are you failing to prepare? Because if you are, you're preparing to fail. And so I looked really quick, and I'm going to turn it to Andrea, into football. And I went, what did I have to do in football that I could apply to every principle of my life? Number one, I had to partner wisely. I had to pick the right team. And sometimes, I mean, do you feel that way? Like, are you partnered up with the right team to keep you on track? Maybe it's your health goals, maybe it's your job, maybe it's your whatever, you got to pick you got to partner wisely. You got to watch tapes. Know what's happening on the field, like plan, do, review. Plan, do, review. That's what you have to do. And sometimes it gets a little boring. But you know what? For our profession, right after this call, we got an IPA Zoom. Why do people get on it and then they can't stay the course? You see them on it for a good solid 2 weeks and then they drift off. Jim Rohn said, don't take that course. It's like an apple a day or the push-ups. Just stay the course, right? Just continue to plug in. So I got to watch tapes just like I do in football. I got to stay in that mode. I call it, and I'm getting on a little bit of a soapbox, but I'll tell you what preparing for me in my profession is. I got to do something every day. I call it, it's almost lubricating my gears in my mind for my business. Like I got to lubricate my gears, which means I got to be around people. I got to plug in to the wall socket of my business. I got to go get in with the team. I got to spend time with them. I got to get on Zooms with them. I got to go get in their home because that lubricates my mind. And everybody goes, well, how have you done this consistently for all these years? That's the answer. Every day I can't do without it or I'll unplug, which is a dangerous place to be. Keep fighting. Just like in football, when the score is down, I got to keep preparing. When I'm behind, when I'm down 21 points, I got to keep fighting. I got to keep preparing. I got to keep, my son was just on a 3-game losing streak. And he's a coach. He's a high school football coach. And he said, Dad, this really stinks. And I said, son, this is where you learn mental toughness because you got to continue to do the things that you know is going to help you win. You got to keep preparing. You got to keep watching film. You got to keep going to it and doing the grind, and you'll have a breakthrough. And last week, they got a win. They broke through that losing streak. And then last, don't be a sore loser or don't be a terrible winner. How many of you found people in your life when they're winning, they're just hard to be around. They're so obnoxious, And I've been at the same time where, when you're losing, you don't really want to talk to anybody, but you still got to show up to the dance. You still got to have a smile on your face. You still got a posture because a win is on the other side. Just keep going. Left foot, right foot, stale. That's preparing. So that was all for me this morning. Just so you know, when I'm coaching myself. So Andrea, I'll turn it to you.
Well, great lesson this morning, and goodness, I really feel unprepared. I really need this today. So thank you so much. So the quote that I found was, success is where preparation and opportunity meet. And that's Bobby Unser. And I looked into, so how can we prepare for success, right? When, sometimes we can get distracted by the changing leaves or whatever else is going on in the world, and we can kind of get off track. How can we prepare to keep ourselves on track? So first of all, we got to build that growth mindset. So what does that mean? It means that we truly believe inside ourselves that we can learn new skills, that we view failures as learning experiences, and we believe that our efforts matter, that if we keep trying, we can grow and build and do more, right? So that's build that growth mindset. Next is improve our emotional intelligence. So how do we do that, right? And why would that matter? Well, we all have to live in this world. And I think Alan Schultz might have put a quote out this morning, and I'm going to butcher it, Alan, but it pretty much was, if you can keep an even keel, you're going to be more successful. So that was my take on it. But in order to do that, we have to have emotional intelligence. So what does that mean? We got to pay attention to our own emotions, focus on identifying what we're feeling and what's causing those feelings, and then figure out how to manage them. So step back, try to view things with that impartial eye, avoid bottling it up. Anybody else can be guilty of bottling things until you explode. And then you're like, sorry, that was really a really big reaction to a really small thing. But look for healthy and appropriate ways to express and deal with what you're having, and then listen to others, right? So when you're dealing with those emotions, listen to other people, pay attention to what they're saying, but also those nonverbal cues that they're giving us, so we know how they're feeling. Next is to develop mental toughness. And I am the most not tough person, but we can all grow in this way. So believe in yourself. Keep trying. One of the key habits of successful people is to always look at setbacks or failures as learning opportunities. Set goals and then find support. So find that circle. Like, I love this group because we build each other up every day. Just this right here improves my day because it feels good, right? When I look at your smiling faces, and I love how many of you turn on your camera at the crack of dawn every day and smile back at us, interact with us. That is support. Like, this is a beautiful support system. And then next is to strengthen our willpower. So there's some strategies we can use. Willpower is finite. So we just have to know that we've got to strengthen it and we've got to improve it every single day. So for example, if we're trying to lose weight, right? We're trying to be on a health journey. We're trying to follow, some plans in order to be healthier. Well, if we're trying to, it can be difficult to stay away from our favorite things. So distract yourself during those moments of weakness can be super effective in order to not give into that temptation. And then practice. Willpower is something that we can build, but it takes time and effort. So start by making little tiny goals that require willpower to achieve, such as, say, today, I'm not going to have, oh gosh, I don't want to give up anything. I'm not going to have a single sugary snack. Like, I'm not going to look to sugar anytime in my kitchen. And my goal is just today. And the more I do that, the stronger my willpower is going to get. And then lastly, focus on internal motivation. Okay, so this is a great way that we can prepare. So we've got to challenge ourselves. Pursuing a goal that's achievable, but not necessarily easy, is a great way to increase our motivation to succeed. So stay curious. Look for things that grab your attention that you would like to learn more about. Take control. So it can be difficult to stay internally motivated if you pursue a goal that you don't really have influence over the outcome. So look for ways that your goal is set with your action items. So maybe my goal is to achieve the next rank in the company, right? So let's just pretend that that's a great goal. So like, run for it, gal. So let's say that's my goal. Well, there's a lot that I can't control to get there, but then there's also a lot that I can. So maybe I have a goal that I'm going to be posting consistently. Maybe I have a goal that I'm going to pick up the phone X number of times. I'm going to attend a certain number of events. So have those action items be my goal so that I can achieve the big goal that's at the end. And then lastly, don't fear competition. That's fun to have a running mate. We all know that the true competition lies in the mirror. But if you've got somebody that is, helping spur you on, where you say, okay, both of us are going to read, Marlene, let's do this. We're going to read 3 books this month. So you pick your 3 and I'll pick my 3. And the one that, I don't know, can quote the most, then they get a cup of coffee on the other one. I don't know. I'm not a great competitor, but don't fear that competition because it's going to help you prepare for the future. So thank you for this one this morning. I got to go get prepared to live real life again now that we're back home.
Yeah. Well, great lesson, and happy hump day to everybody out there, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. We hope you have an amazing Wednesday. We'll see you back tomorrow. Great numbers this morning.
Bye, guys.
Good job,
God bless
guys.
you.
Hey, y'all.
Wednesday. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye. Have a great day.
Great job, Brent. Great job, Andrew.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Janie,
Thank
Rick,
you.
Guys, have a beautiful
Love you
day.
guys.
Jonathan, Chase.
Yay.